Good morning. Welcome to DBS This Morning. My name is Maureen. We've got two amazing features I'm sure you're going to enjoy and find interesting. But first, let's take a tap into the news desk. Let's find out what's happening today.
Good morning. The family of one of the victims of Sunday's deadly drive-by shooting in Dennery has called for a stop to the gun violence. Two young females and one young male lost their lives in that incident.
The police yesterday was responsible for ensuring the safety of the carnival activity, the second day of carnival in Dennery. That went without incident. The music was turned off promptly at 6 p.m. as per the permission granted for that activity. The police exercised caution and ensured that they were on the ground to ensure that the crowd dispersed properly. About 8 p.m., the police received a call of a shooting along Victoria Street, Dennery. They responded to that call, and on arrival at the scene, they found the bodies of 3 individuals.
The grand aunt of the victim says the family has been left heartbroken by the incident. She has called for a cessation of the gun violence, which has claimed the lives of many young individuals and left families in distress. More police news on Saturday, July 1st, about 4:35 a.m. Officers attached to the Criminal Investigations Department responded to a report of a shooting at Active Hill, Leclerc in Castries. On arrival, the officers observed one man with apparent gunshot wounds to his body. The man was later identified as Richard Beausoleil, 24 years old, of Monjiro Grosile. Richard Beausoleil was later pronounced dead on the scene by a medical practitioner. Investigations are ongoing into this incident. The RSLPF is urging anyone with information regarding this incident to call the Criminal Investigations Department at 456-3770 or 456-3817 or the crime hotline at 555 for anonymous reporting. Meanwhile, on Friday, June 30th, about 9 p.m., officers attached to the Richford police station responded to a report of a shooting at Belmont in Dennery. On arrival, the officers observed one man with apparent gunshot wounds to his body. The man was later identified as Mickey Sonson, 29 years old, of Belmont, Dennery. Sonson was later pronounced dead on the scene by a medical practitioner. Investigations are also ongoing into this incident. The RSLPF is urging anyone with information regarding this Belmont incident to call the Richford police station at 456-3960 or the crime hotline at 555 for anonymous reporting. The Vampers Sports Athletic Dramatic Club, or VSADC, is accusing the St. Lucia Football Association of victimization following a decision by the association to strip the club of its first division ranking. The executive of VSADC says the sanctions imposed on the team are unfair as the SLFA neglected due process before taking its ruling.
One could ask the question, was there an ulterior motive by not vetting the list, allowing the players to play, and at the end of the tournament strip us from all our points? Because the emails which were sent to us specifying the penalties, they came in a short space of time. So one could only deduce from that those emails were probably prepared long in advance, and it was just a matter of sending it to us. But that's just my assumption. I could be wrong.
Of course, the claims have been denied by the association, which also calls the accusations unfounded. Those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Wow. Thank you, Kendall. Let's take a break and come right back. Now in our first feature, recently we stopped off by the Public Service Day celebration and we caught up with a representative from the Ministry of Agriculture, and we thought it was quite interesting that there is a particular disease that is out there, have not yet gotten to St. Lucia, so we are really stressing prevention right now. And we caught up with a representative who was telling us about this disease that we do not want. So we are here at the Public Servants Day celebration on the square. We profited the opportunity because we ran into Mr. Elliott here, Winston Elliott, from the Ministry of Agriculture's booth. And we were finding out about a particular disease that could affect the banana sector. It's not yet here in St. Lucia, and we're hoping to keep it that way, because if it does come here, it can damage the entire population of our bananas. Not to mention, we just have to be in the storm season as well. So we're very fragile as a banana industry. Mr. Wilson, let's talk about this particular disease. That it's in Venezuela now, I believe.
Yeah, the disease is TR4. It's a soil-borne fungus. It's a soil-borne fungus that can damage banana plants. If this fungus reaches St. Lucia, it can destroy the entire banana industry. And it can be transmitted from one place to the other by water, by infected tools, by soil. And the ministry is on a heightened campaign to sensitize the entire populace. What we're trying to promote is prevention, prevention, prevention. And if this disease reaches St. Lucia, it can devastate the entire banana and plantain industry. So we're trying to promote it in terms of letting people know how dangerous it is and how we as citizens, whether it is tourists, public, students, people that travel a lot, the important role that they play. And we don't want people trying to sneak in a plant.
That is what I was about to ask you. How can we prevent? Is that some of the measures? Making sure that persons, when you travel in, you don't come back in with plants that are not vetted by the relevant authorities and stuff like that. Is that one of the main measures?
Okay, the modes of transmission for the TR4 fungus is it can be transmitted via soil. It can be transmitted by infected plants. Banana plants, there are some plants like heliconia, people that love the flowers and so on, might say, hey, I see a nice heliconia overseas. Let me sneak that in my bag, and I might pass quarantine with that. We're trying to implore a change in mindset and influence changes, stimulate a change in mindset to protect a fragile industry. Bananas are extremely important to our economy. There are many people that depend on bananas, whether it be the farmers that get a revenue, their workers, the small shops, the bars. The ripple impact that can adversely happen if TR4 reaches St. Lucia can be so devastating. So we're just urging the population to support us, to support the industry, to support farmers, and each and every one of us play our role in ensuring that TR4 does not come to St. Lucia. Some of our interests, a lot of our interest is at the air and seaports, the marinas, because sometimes we can have porous borders. And we're urging people to not to try and beat the system, because you might try and beat the system to satisfy your own individual need. But you might have a plant that is infected and we cannot notice it if the symptoms are not exhibited yet. And you can destroy an entire industry, an entire population that depends so significantly on bananas for our livelihood. And we're urging people, to each and every one of us, to play our part, support us. It's an integrated approach that we're looking at in terms of promoting prevention, prevention, prevention.
Wonderful. We could talk prevention, but what if it does happen? Like, God forbid that it does, and somebody make their head hard, because all people can be like that sometimes. What are some of the symptoms that we can look for in plants?
Okay, well, good question, Marina. There are multiple symptoms of TR4, but primarily what we want to do is we're going to be doing monitoring island-wide of banana farms and so on. So we're trying to promote early detection, because that pest is in neighboring Venezuela already. It's in Latin America, a number of the South American countries already. But some of the symptoms can be yellowing. You could see extreme yellowing of leaves. Some of the older leaves, you'll see them drooping. You can also see, if you cut an infected plant, you could see it have parts of it that appear to be decaying or dead. But we urge people, if you have a question, you're not sure, we don't want people to be just cutting plants and going from one place and bring a plant to us. We would like, if you can, contact our offices at the research department at Union, or your extension officer. All of those persons can furnish you with information, how we can assist, how we can do.
Numbers? Do you have numbers for this department?
Yes, our numbers are 468-5600. Or the respective extension offices. We have 8 agricultural regions, and each of these regions have extension officers. They have extension offices. We can leave a message, and we'd be happy to do an inspection and do a follow-up farm visit. Or it might even be a home visit too. At your home, you might have a banana plant, and it might be infected. We don't even know. So, we want to take all the measures necessary to ensure that disease does not reach our shores.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Wilson, and I hope that the public will heed the cause, because this sounds scary to me.
Yes, it is extremely frightening. I mean, not putting it mild, it can be very devastating. And like I said, many households would be at stake. Entire banana industry, we have so many thousands of people that depend on it in one way or the other. So I just hope that our population can take it seriously and give us the support that we're looking for. The ministry is being proactive in ensuring that we perform our role to the maximum. Thank you.
And now our second feature. In the middle of all the action and all the fun and vibes in the carnival and the bacchanal, we've got to find some time to balance things off. And we're getting into summer, and we've got a young lady, Kim Eugene actually. She is a professional, and she's decided to fill a void, a much needed void. We caught up with her, and we're finding out what it is that she's going to be putting on this summer. All right, well, we're here and we caught up with Kim. Kim Eugene is a certified coach. She's also now in the process of undertaking a project, a very much needed project, and we're here to find out about it, because a lot of the time we talk about the problems, nobody is really focusing on the solution. And Kim has decided to step in with a solution-based approach. Kim, how are you?
Very good, thank
Wonderful. Nice meeting you, and it's beautiful.
you. It is.
Wonderful.
So-
Tell me about that program. Tell me about a little bit about yourself. You're also a coach, so you very much, this is up your line.
Yeah, so first off, I'm an HR professional. I'm a
There you
global
go.
certified HR professional.
There you go.
And I've been in the HR space for over 16 years. My company is HRM Mapping Consultant INC, and we provide a number of HR services, from strategic management, employee engagement, total rewards, etc. We're also providing monthly customer care training, much needed service in St. Lucia. But we're also providing or hosting a job readiness campaign. It's one of the projects of HRM Mapping Consulting, because what we've recognized is that there is a serious gap when persons leave school and when they start work. Persons are not ready. They're not ready emotionally, they're not ready mentally, they're not ready psychologically, right? And so when they enter the workplace, it's like a culture shock for them. They have no concept of what it is to really be at work, what is needed, the attitudes needed. In terms of their grooming, their professionalism. That is not provided, and that's lacking, right? They're not trained for that. And most of the training has been really more technical and not the softer skills of things. How are you grooming yourself, and how are you preparing yourself for work to be ready on day one, right? And I recognize it takes some time to really coach and build and change a behavior, because that's what essentially you're doing. You're changing a behavior. You want young persons to be the best version of who they are at work. Employers might not have that time to do it. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of sacrifice. And I'm speaking based on experience, because I've been in that field for over 16 years. So I recognize and I know that there is a serious issue with young persons getting ready or being ready to work. Right. And so I have put this program together. It's a 3-week program starting on the 21st of August to the 8th of December at the Pastoral Center. And the whole aim is to get our young persons job ready. And I believe that if persons have a platform to make a difference, whether it's individual based, whether it's a company, whether it's a group, and you can make a difference, you put yourself out there to help those young people, because it's much needed, right? I think earlier on I was saying to you, I some time ago I interviewed a group of persons, maybe over 40 persons, and out of those 40 persons, I was only able to handpick six individuals who seemed job ready. But that's not even the end of it, because when you start the job, there is a part of orientation, but also onboarding, which is a much longer process in getting persons really ready to make a difference. And what we really want is that we want the young persons, when they're on the job, to be ready, to know what is required from the employer, what is expected, and to play their part, right? Play their part and also be responsible for the whole, right? Because it's a balance. The employers play their part, but also the employees have to play their part. But what are we doing as a society? Right? What are we doing to help those young persons get to the point where they're socialized in terms of being job ready, right? There's a lot of regrooming that has to happen, relearning altogether, to really get them to the point where, an employer can say, hey, I'm satisfied with what I'm seeing, knowing that this is not the end, because you still have to continue the training and development process.
Yes.
So I'm really happy to announce that we're starting this program. I'm excited about it, because I'm all excited about helping young persons be a better version of themselves. So it's annually for now. The aim, of course, with the different partners, hopefully would be semi-annually. So I want to say I'm super thankful as well to those persons or persons who have partnered with me, if I can mention their names. Just that I mention everybody's names. We have JQ Charles group of companies. We have Fresh Start Construction. We have Fix. We have West Technology. We have Caribbean Metals, and we have Joseph Sheepan. And when I approached those persons, they were ready to go. They were like, "Wow, yes, Kim, this is really needed, because it's a problem in St. Lucia, but who's fixing the problem? We all speak about the problem, but we're not thinking of the solutions, or how we get persons really ready." So yes, we're going to partner with you, and so I want to say thanks to those persons who have agreed to partner with me, because I'm super excited to ensure that this happens, and it's something that we can continue on an annual basis or semi-annual basis.
Absolutely. How many persons are you targeting, and is it coming at a cost to them? Because I think we had a little conversation where you actually offering this absolutely free to the persons.
No cost. And I guess that's the wonderful bit about it, is that it's at no cost to the participants, hence the reason for the partnership, right? Because we also recognize that, persons may not have the finances for the program. I mean, there's so many things going on in St. Lucia, etc. The parents might not have the means to send persons on the training, and I figured if we really want to make a difference and we really want to help those young persons, let's all put our resources in a basket and help those young persons be at that program, and to be the, because what we really want is to help those persons be the best individuals that they can be. Really, so it's at no cost. So that's the wow about it as well.
Absolutely. And you're looking to target how much? Because
we're looking to target at least 20 persons. If we get more persons, then I'm not going to say no. Because again, it's about helping. It's about reaching out there and helping serve a purpose. I think whilst we're on this journey, we have to constantly ask ourselves how we're serving a purpose. And I believe that's one of my purpose. Really, one of my purposes really is to help and coach and mentor and develop young persons to be the best that they can be. Whether it's at the workplace, whether it's at home, whether it's in the relationship, but how can we help young persons be better versions of themselves? And we're hoping to do a bit more. So after the 3-week program, we'll be preparing persons, in terms of how you look, how you dress, how you show up. Because that's important. First impression is everything, right? We will be assisting persons with internship programs as well, because we want to know that whatever we've taught, you can practice. Exactly. It's one thing to be teaching a program, but you've not put it into practice. You have to put it into practice for it to work, and that's how you change your behavior. Right. You have to put. It's almost like if you've learned to drive a manual vehicle and you don't practice, you forget how to drive. So it's really about, after that program, assisting those young persons to get internship programs at various organizations so that you could put that into practice. And I'm hoping that the general public will be open to that in terms of the organizations, whether it's the private sector, the public sector, helping those young persons find suitable employment, because at that point they would be job ready. That's the whole point, being job ready.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Kim. It's a beautiful initiative. You do have a cutoff point though for the registration.
One more thing I did want to add: we do have an open day registration. It's actually 2 days. The 13th and the 14th of July here at the Pastoral Center from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. where persons can come in, maybe ask questions. Parents, feel free to come in as well and register in person. Right, so they could ask questions, we could help more in terms of better understanding, what exactly. So with that, I want to say again, thank you to the sponsors because you have made this possible for HRM mapping. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a dream. Actually, I want to say it's a dream come true.
Absolutely. Why not? Absolutely. Kim, thank you so much and great initiative. All the best with it. Yeah? Yes. Wonderful.
Come in.
Hey, Paco, you not ready for the gym yet?
Come on, man.
Why not ready to go to the gym?
I'm being lazy today, bro.
So you see the thing, St. Lucia, these guys always been lazy. But here's what I'm going to do. We're going to bring the gym to you. So as you're on the couch, we're going to get that workout to the couch. So he's feeling lazy. We're going to give him a 6-minute explosive exercise. No excuses. You cannot go to the gym. You're feeling lazy. We get on the couch.
Okay, I like how that sounds.
All right. So here's what's going to happen. You're home. You don't want to go to the gym. You're on your laptop, your computer. We're going to get it popping right here. Follow me, solution. Let's get it done. So while you're here, you can be on your laptop.
Oh, yeah?
We're going to hit the hamstring. So what you're going to do, you're going to curl your legs up. Keep it up. Squeeze and control it down. Ooh. That's it. 1, 2. That's it. 3. Yes, sir. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. How does that feel?
I actually got a burn.
Exactly. And you still on Pornhub? Yes. That's what you're doing? Alright. So what you want to do now, you want to go lie down on the side. You can curl up one leg, be comfortable, curl one leg, your lower leg, curl it in. I'm going to do some leg raises. Engage your chest, stomach in, and let's raise. Control it up and control it down. 1, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We go to the next side. Switch legs. So you see, you still get the exercise done, being comfortable at home. Let's go. 1, 2,
Actually getting a burn.
3. You always get a burn. 4. It's Bweelzfit lifestyle.
Yes,
5,
sir.
6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. How are you feeling?
I got a burn.
Exactly.
I'm on the couch and I got a burn.
So you have no excuses of not being able to go to the gym or working out. We're bringing it to you in your household, on your bed, while you're texting or whatever you're doing. So go on your back right now, P. Alright. So we're going to go knee pullings. So you engage your core, keep your feet together, and seg it in. And stretch out. 1. That's it. 2. Again, he hasn't put his laptop down. He still gets his work done, still gets his exercise done. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. And you still seeing his body engaged, still getting the workout done, still feeling good. We're going to do flat kicks right now. And let's go flatten with paddling. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. You understand? Only 6 minutes. Stop making excuses, guys. We can get it done. We're going to go into bridges now. So we have something solution called a pito, 2 mountains. So you're going to put your feet up like the pito,
Okay.
right? Chest out, core in, and thrust your body up. Control it down, down. 1, 2, squeeze, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent.
And there you have it, DBS viewers. That was our show for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was beneficial in some way or the other. Come tomorrow, we will be back here again. Maybe we'll be stepping back up the back canal tomorrow. Who knows? But certainly we will be here, and we hope you're going to join us on DBS this morning.